Hi, this is State Representative J.T. Wilcox. I'm the House Republican Leader down here in Olympia, and we are finishing up the third week of this year's legislative session. That means that we're getting close to 20% done with the 105-day session for this year. And we're now seeing, I think, the bills that are much more contentious, both inside the building and outside the building. And we're also, for the first time in a couple of years, seeing lots of members of the public coming in and letting their voices being heard in a way that I think our system here, our democratic republic, was intended to allow. And I really appreciate the fact that so many of our constituents in Pierce and Thurston County showed up this week to talk about all the damage that would be done should a huge airport be located in the rural and still pristine parts of Pierce and Thurston County. I think that they are on the winning side in this argument, and I applaud the actions that they've taken. We're also, I think, seeing the potential for a breakdown in the good feelings that have prevailed for some time in our quest to have more housing available for the people of Washington. I've said all along that there's a lot of room in the middle for finding solutions to the things that have made housing hard to find and very expensive. And you've seen Republicans and Democrats supporting these things. But at the same time, I'm beginning to see bills being dropped that are going to do the absolute opposite. For example, a bill recently dropped that would impose a 4% tax on real estate transactions. That doesn't seem like a way to make housing more affordable to me. I've also seen bills drop that would add $150 or $200 to transactions for recording fees. Also, not something that makes it easier for us to have affordable housing. And then another thing that I think in the long run creates all kinds of damage, and that is allowing rent control to take place across the state of Washington. That may sound good and be very popular in the short run, but I think history has shown in many other places that in the long run, it makes it much less likely that the private sector is going to be able to build housing, and it's a big, big mistake. There's something else that I'm concerned about. It's not in the 2nd District, but it's close to the 2nd District, down in Tenino. It appears that a government agency has decided to try to house some released prisoners from the Special Commitment Center in McNeil Island. These people are in McNeil Island now because they're the worst of the worst. People in small towns should not find out at the last minute this is going to happen. I've talked with people from Thurston County, including Thurston County Commissioner Gary Edwards, and they tell me that there are serious questions about whether or not the proponents of this housing have been accurate in their claims when in applying for permits. And I think that this is a concern that all of us should have. The state can't do things like this in secret. It has to do it in transparency. And I applaud the people that are involved in Tenino in uncovering what all the facts are and making sure that the first choice is to keep their communities safe. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you next week.